Noona twete entambo emwe okwetantaraga bijibu bikanie. Marina ganje nisio ni karabio sa Florida ni mulimu wako. Etakahane eletembe kane kolesara munu mbuleka kubage etoni. Welebu mwenka na agendaga musere, bunagendia musiri dumbi maikamokiyanda amwena. Ebale ikarugaire ikalia mputari nakwetura mukigero mura. Maikeka busasi bwasira kimwe tinasoboka kukununuka mwena kutoda kukuka yoba. Tinasoboka kukununuka kutoda kukuka musere.
We know that 1 in 7 people around the world don't have safe access to essential services.
Karibu.
It's a matter of safe access being a real matter of dignity, of how we decide that it's okay and acceptable for someone to have to get from point A to point B. So when we think about rural infrastructure, it's not just a nice to have. It's a proven, really high return on investment in what's happening to farmer income levels, what's happening to maternal health care, what's happening to children's enrollment in school and their attendance and their achievements. Bridges to Prosperity started by wanting to simply build safe access for rural communities around the world. We've built over 500 bridges in 21 countries. A trail bridge isn't the most complicated type of rural infrastructure. It's simple, it's relatively cheap, and it can be built quickly without heavy machinery.
Ebijibona tungaga kurubatanga kurugane masenga sura twararaga tutatungi byokuri. Manga misiriri bimba ya mas titwakwamaga mu mwana na mukana agenda sukuru masiga asuye arara nigenda nika amase ngambo kukeyo otarugayo nango send.
Cisco is this amazing technology company that's in the business of connecting people to do greater things. And they've supported us with the funds to build a tool called FICA-Map. We realized that the number one thing we would need to know is where the water is. We started mapping where we're building bridges, and we thought about using technology to start predicting where the barrier is, what needs to be crossed. So FICA-Map is a suite of AI models that helps us plan for rural infrastructure. What we do is we use a lot of publicly available data in order to build up a more robust set of information from which we can work. The thing about really good AI solutions is there's a lot of information to use this training data and build up predictions. It's really based on data. How do we make data-driven decisions? Fika in Swahili means to reach or to arrive. It has a connotation to arrive safely. And so we think that's a perfect way to describe what we're trying to achieve here. That surety of getting people to where they're going. Caribbeo's village is another village that doesn't show a waterway on most maps. The things that Caribbeo is crossing the river for shouldn't be of utmost importance. They shouldn't be the things that we have to measure and use to justify why she deserves that dignified, safe access. She absolutely deserves it because she's an incredible human being and a matriarch to that community.
Bundi mulinga kidedewe bantu bamu badedewe nanga bakaleta kintu kisemeye kya katendo urubatangera gonki banguya katendo kaleti nkurakurana ya bantu okara mbasariro bwere bona bakurumbago bakalekeri hona bagwa begonjie kukwa kusarirago.
One thing we have been doing is working with local governments, seeing what the priority there for development is. And so one day I hope to see a landscape across Africa filled with these kinds of bridges. That infrastructure is theirs. The bridge over here is not our bridge. It is a bridge for the people of Bundi Mulinga, like Caribbeo.
Katendo kakayendura bomili bwanje na ngendende kubaga ntaena kijibu magurukania muno nanga bakugenda gante yongire tebakugira kidamu masi ba kone indeno era muno ntini Uganda kole munkurakurana nanga bintu byatandiki kwesa biseme yebe ebikutokurakurana